So for anyone watching, I'm going to give you some tips right now after giving you the harsh reality, because I think that's important.
It is.
As an actor, you need headshots. Headshots are pictures of yourself. And, if you're starting off, get your friend to do it, right? If you have a friend that has a camera, you can do it off your phone. You don't have to spend hundreds and hundreds of $1,000s getting pictures done. Do it slowly. If you have a friend that has a camera, boom, get it done. Go go buy a camera, take some pictures, return it.
Yeah.
Get the job
Gotta get what you gotta do,
and take those pictures, because the headshot is the first thing casting directors see. So when you get an agent, and that's a whole other discussion, but your agent has pictures of you, different ones. Let's say a leather jacket with a bandana. It's a different look. A tie, business suit, different look. Your mustache going this way, it's a different look with cornrows, whatever it may be. And like I have those, right? I have a bunch of different cornrows, this and that. Because sometimes I want to play gangster, but sometimes I want to play homeless person. Sometimes I want to play a doctor, right? And that's the first. So it's important to have headshots. Next thing is you need a reel, and a demo reel is all the work you've ever done. And now that's hard to get if you're not getting hired. If you don't have an agent, it's hard to make a reel. You have a camera at home, you have an iPhone, a Samsung, whatever. Record something. If it's they want to see something, do a monologue, memorize something, have a few friends, do a little back and forth, record it, put it out there. Eventually, you're going to start landing things and you'll have actual footage to put in there, right? I did a lot of free work when I was starting. Once in a while, I still do free work if it's really meaningful to me. If it's it hits me, I'm like, this story needs to be told, but there's no budget, or it's a bunch of students or whatever, let's get it done. But in the beginning, I was doing a lot of free work. So people come, hey, I'm not getting paid. Don't look at the money. Man. The money will come if it's gonna come.
To get the reps in.
But you gotta put the reps in, and the reps is doing free work, the short films, then you understand how everything works, right? I did some background acting because I didn't go to film school. I didn't go to no acting classes really, but I was also passionate, and I started learning through YouTube, through master classes, through people, but mainly by being on set, by mainly doing free work. So I can jump on that set. Basically, any way to get yourself on set. Whether it's big or small, there's no such thing. Just get yourself there. And practice makes perfect, right? Or perfect practice makes perfect. So you got to put the reps in, and eventually you will get it. Now that's a demo reel. Last thing is your CV, your resume. Now again, a lot of people say, "Hey, I don't have anything." Right? Make a short film. You can add that stuff in there. Maybe take a class or two. Some people, classes are good. You got to learn, right? There is a technique. There are certain things, but some people just have more natural skill, and they've never been in acting class or whatnot. But those are the three main things any agent is looking for.
Interesting.
And if you don't have that, it might be a little bit harder. But there's always a chance. But it's definitely harder.
I'm curious to know. I don't know if you can share this information.
Sure. Yeah.
But I'm curious to know what your first audition was like.
So my first audition, I was actually at work. So I was at work. And we were in a building, and I booked a room, and it was on the bottom floor in this corner, right? Because the corner had windows, and so there's a lot of sunlight coming, and it was a corner. I'm like, no one really goes here. So midway through lunch or something, I forget, I went down there, and I took my laptop, and there's a room. I didn't know what anything was. People have backdrops, they have lighting, they have good sound, they have setup, they have none of that. I just took my laptop into a room, and I went, and they say Slate. So here's another tip. What's a slate? A slate is your name, your height, and your agency, right? Hi, my name is Sukhman Gill. I'm 6'2", and I'm rep by so-and-so, right? Or I'm from Toronto, Ontario. Those three things.
Okay.
And so I went there. I wrote on a sheet. I wrote my name, my height, and at that time I had no agent. So I wrote agent, NA, Toronto, Ontario. And I said, I turned the camera on, and I held it. And I would wait for 10 seconds, and I put it down. Right? And I was like, now I laugh at it. It's fun. I'm like, who the hell does that? But I had nobody. I didn't know anybody. I didn't Google it. I didn't YouTube it. I had nobody that could tell me what a slate was. I just kind of did that. And then I auditioned it, and I did my thing. And I landed the role. It was the first was a TSN, a FIFA commercial. So it was anything too big, but I didn't have dialogue or anything, but I was one of the people in the front they can see. And obviously they want that diversity or whatever. I'll take it. If it's diversity, I'll take that.
I'm there.
We need that. 100%. But that was my first gig, first time being on set, going through makeup, doing all this. Makeup itself, I was like, yo, I don't know,
what are you doing?
I'm a man. I don't need makeup. And then I put some makeup on, and that's always something the community talks about. But yo, you think Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Jason, you think these guys don't wear makeup? Every LeBron James when he's doing a commercial.
Even people on podcasts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
No, it's true.
It is
always.
true. It is true.
Right. So that's just one aspect of it. But then that was my first, and I landed it. And then there's things I would do. Sometimes I put music on while I'm doing the audition. Now there's little things. It doesn't always work out, but you want to be different from everyone else. So imagine you're getting, you have you're a chef, and everyone's sending you their self tape of a chef. How are you going to be any different? What are you going to do? Are you going to be a nervous chef? Are you going to be this? So you got to like kind of play with it. It's not what they always want. They just want to see what you can do with that little bit of dialogue that you get.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't give you a character description. So it's not going to be like the chef is big and he's macho man and he's tough and that. Sometimes it'll be like chef, 30 years old. Boom. So now what are you going to make it? What choice are you going to make? Because acting is all about choices.